Hello and welcome to this video, which is a little bit different, not least because I'm showing my face, but also because I'm not in my room and showing my face. I'm down here in the kitchen because it's very, very hot. In fact, it's so hot, Public Health England have issued a warning saying you shouldn't go outside during certain times unless you have to, which as far as I know has never happened in this country before. But then again, it might have done and I just wasn't paying attention. So as you may have seen from the title, today's video I'm going to be walking you guys through everything I've learned at university this year. I know that seems impossible given the length of the video, but you know, I've really acquired a knack of condensing big stuff into short amounts of time and definitely not dragging things out to be much, much longer than they need to be. So let's get started. I've made myself a cup of tea. I recommend that you do the same, although it's not a necessity. Here's one I made earlier. But the second thing you'll need is some origami paper. Wow. Here's some I bought earlier. We'll go with red. I haven't done it in red before. That's pink. So what we're going to be doing is making one of these. I don't know if you can see it in that camera there. Yeah, there you go. An origami dragon. Now this is blue, this is the first one I made. He sits quite nicely actually, not all of the ones I made do. Fair warning, it has been a while since I've done this, so this could be slightly chaotic. So the first thing you're going to want to do is fold your paper in half. This is very nice and thin origami paper, although I think it's bigger than what I made this guy with. So this might be double the size of blue. I don't know, that was a terrible fold, look at that. Is this straight? Yeah, blame the paper, just blame the paper. The next thing to do is fold it the other way. Oh, hang on. No, it's you fold it back. Yeah. No, I wasn't supposed to do that, was I? So the first thing you're going to want to do before doing anything else at all is fold it diagonally. Diagonally. Make sure it's nice and perfectly folded. That isn't. Could be the paper's fault. Let's just say it is. And then you want to fold it diagonally again, but not the same way as last time, across a different axes? I don't know. Just the other way. Probably should have tried this out before showing other people how to do it. There you go. Lovely. So once you've got your two folds, it doesn't matter which way because these things now are both the same. You want to fold it horizontally. Horizontally? That suggests there's a possibility of folding it vertically, which how do you fold it vertically? I have no idea. But you want to fold it like that. And unlike the other fold, you now do not want to fold it. You want to fold it again, but not the other way, the same way. Unlike the diagonal folds. Right, so now you want to make a smaller square somehow with like so. Fold the corners up like that, and then just oh god, it collapses into itself, and it's just a thing like that. See, look at that. That's incredible. That is magic. That is. All right, you can't tell me otherwise. So now you've just got a smaller square. Now what you want to do, fold this like that? No, yeah. So now what you want to do, you want to get the thin, so you've got you want to fold this bit here and this bit down like that to the back. This right? Yeah, this is right. And now you've got something like, is that what you're meant to do? This isn't right, is it? Is this right? Can I phone a friend? What have I done? How do I get here? How did this come out of that? Oh, I remember. You keep that. All right. So the next step is more of just a general kind of thing you've got to do over the next few steps, just to help you make the origami dragon and not forget all of it a few months later. Keep this, oh God, keep this open bit here with all the funny things, not, you know, the opposite side to this bit with none of the funny things. I don't know why I'm looking at that. To your right. I mean, you can keep it, you know, in a direction, but keep it to your right. And then fold these things, fold it in like this. That hasn't gone down the crease. Make sure to stick to the creases. As with any other fiddly thing, the worse you get it to begin with, the worse it's going to be later on. Does that make sense? Probably not. Keep it to the, I haven't kept it to the right either. Keep it to the right and then do the other side too. And you're on your way to making a paper aeroplane. See, that's not equal. Have I done anything wrong? Oh no, I had done something wrong. It's equal now, it's fine. Yeah, all right, so now this top bit of the kite thing, the bit on the left, because we're keeping the open bit to the right, you fold in. Do you move these out of the way? No, that's fine. You fold that in like so. You crease it, make sure to give it a good old crease. That's what origami is all about. This is the only origami thing I've ever made apart from a paper aeroplane, if that counts, which it probably doesn't. So I don't really know what I'm talking about. As has, I'm sure, become very obvious by this point of the video, where anyone looking for an actual tutorial hasn't really clicked on this video, but has been certainly disappointed. And then you open it all up again. And you've got this lovely thing, and you then take one of the flaps from the right. I could be very wrong at this point, but it seems to be going right. Wait, you fold this, how does this work? What the? You fold this back? Oh. No, I'm just unfolding the whole thing now. Oh, right, yeah, that was the whole point of what we just did. So you take this flappy thing and you fold it back over the crease we've just made with this top bit at the left. It might seem impossible at first. If it does become impossible, you're doing it wrong, like I just did. But also you just need to kind of fold some of these creases back a little bit. Anyone who does origami as a skill and is proud of it in any way and has any kind of pride or protectionist views over their art, I'm sorry, okay? I really am. This is going better than I thought it would. Now what the hell do we do? I think we start folding here. Is this where it becomes unsymmetrical? Oh, hello. Ah, that looks important. So this is, look, I don't know which way it was facing. The whole right-left thing, it's now not symmetrical, so you can just face whatever. Make sure it's like this, and then flip it over. And you want to fold both of these bits in. God, is it like this? Again, make sure this fold is perfect. Right along the creases, perpendicular to the line where it needs to be. You're never going to be popular. Because, why? Is this, no, this is right, this is right. Just look, I'm going to carry on with what I think is happening at the moment. And if it's wrong, look how much care I'm putting into the end here. No, okay, look how much care I should have put into the end earlier, and am trying to now. The ends are very important because they get messed up very easily. Thinner paper is generally better for origami, or so I'm told, because it's just easier to fold and you can fold it more times. I don't know what I'm talking about, but you guys know that already. Is this the bird base? I think this might be called a bird base in origami. I don't really know. This is something. I've made something, an origami diamond. So once you've got your thing that might be a bird base and also might not be, you want to go to the side which isn't, strange. Go to the side that's just a diamondy shape. Fold these two flaps, so this thing, openy bit on the right still, and just the weird end on the left. So the straight line across this, that's not straight at all. Right, so that's just wrong from me, but you can get it right yourself. Make sure that line is straight to that line. I'll try and do it better on this one. It tends to be messed up at the ends, so pay attention to the ends. I've said that quite a few times. Whether it means anything, whether it's helpful, whether it's totally useless, I have no idea. No, well, this is where it becomes not symmetric. No, is it? Okay, so this is where it becomes non-symmetrical just for like a step or two, I think. We're in uncharted waters here, so let's just go with it. Fold this bit to the top, so. But not all this, just across this axis here. When I was learning how to do this, I was given, no, I learnt with blue, and then I did it again with another bit of origami paper. I didn't have any origami paper at the time. I was using someone else's, the professor's. I was using the professor's origami paper. And afterwards, so we made two, you know, with guidance. I'm going to pause this for a second to tell you that then this bit here, on a kind of 2D scale, this goes in here. Make sure to keep these little bits folded in. And then you've got something that's looking a little bit more like a dragon. Anyway, I made blue and I made one other under guidance. So blue and the other one were, they were fine, they came out right. And then I was given two more to kind of practice by myself, because you know, that's how you learn. And there were limited origami papers available. Given two more origami papers to practice on. And I went back to my room and I did it immediately. So I made these two dragons straight away to practice. The first one I got wrong. It came out not too wrong, but it took me a while. And I had to like deconstruct a little bit my second one to see what the hell was going on. How have I got this far? Because the third one I made, the first one I ever made by myself, was immediately after I was taught to make two in a row. And I got that wrong. So, you know, given it's been many, many months, this is, you know, it's going well. I think we fold it across like here now? I don't know. Is this the right way around? There you go. We're here now. We've kept this bit to the right the entire time, I think. If anyone is able to make an origami dragon, assuming this is actually successful and it's going right anyway, with these instructions, please tell me, because that would be a great feat of humanity. For you, not for me. All right, so you go back, if you can remember how, you go back to before we finished the bird base, because we didn't actually finish the bird base. I think I missed a step. So look, you know when there was like, I don't know when this was, but at some point I think it looked like this. Go back to there, somehow fold it back to there, and go back to the back and fold this through as well. This, so that like, if you see it like this, fold this back, just like we did the other side. And then you've got, yes, the wiggly things. There we go, okay. Now, if anyone does actually make a dragon out of this, then you deserve a medal, because this is totally wrong. Oh, and then what? And then you like fold this up here and fold this down here? No, that's not it. It becomes unsymmetrical at one point, and I can't remember where. Oh, right. Okay, so this has been done the wrong way around. So you know those creases we did on this side? Well, that was the wrong side. So you do the creases on the other side, the side where it's like this instead of like this. And that side's now going to be pointing towards the right. Maybe it was all along, maybe it wasn't. This has been a complete mess. So sorry about that. If anyone's still watching this, how is your day? Pity me, because I have to edit this together at some point. Make sure it's straight across the line. At least we've got another opportunity now not to mess, I've messed it up anyway. We had another opportunity not to mess these folds up. Oh my God. If any psychiatrists are watching this, I'm going to be sectioned. Okay, you know those moments where you hear in the back of your head like the words of advice passed? I just heard ringing in my head, remember the creases. because that's, okay, don't remember these creases because there's far too many and most of them are wrong. But remember, lots of the creases that we've made in the past that didn't really make any sense then are there to help you. Which has just made me remember that the next thing we have to do is flip this over from this. So this way around, this way facing right, and fold this back. I think. Maybe watch the whole video and kind of just note down where the correct bits are. First, definitely a bit too late to give that warning. Oh, okay, so fold this up from the bottom up, crease it along. Now this is, of course, going to be close-ish to the finished product. I think this is the tail, looking at that, so make sure that's nice and neat. It's not on mine, but you can do better. Which is like telling a fish that he can do a better job at swimming than a bird can. Okay, so you've got this. Looks a little bit not symmetrical. God no, that's definitely not meant to look that messy over here. But then you fold this bit at the back down here like that. And then, right, so there you go. There's a crease down there, which means I think we have to fold it along that. So now what you have to do is, you don't fold the whole thing this way, but you fold half of it. Well, it's not half of it, is it? Oh, this is where it becomes not symmetrical. But in what way? Right, kids, this is where it gets complicated. So fold, at the moment of the back, you've got these like three things, okay? You want to fold the first one, and only the first one, across, and, is that, no, that's meant to be like that. And just, that's definitely meant to be straight now, isn't it? Is that meant to be straight? Look, just fold it across and see what happens, okay? We'll cross the bridge if that's wrong when we come to it, which we already have several times. Yeah, let's go for it. So let's fold this other one back now on the other side, like so. Can you see? I'm going to make a little three. I think this is like meant to be like that. Okay, well just fold it back, and then you know it doesn't really matter about making the creases here. So now you've got something that looks like that, and if it doesn't look like that, it's entirely my fault. Don't worry, you haven't been following the instructions incorrectly. You've just been following terrible instructions. Incorrectly, I guess, but the fault is with me. I guess it's your fault for following these instructions in the first place. You really shouldn't have done. Oh, that's very cold now. It's been a while. Both of these you're going to do the same thing with. So again, we've got three things at the back here. You want to fold this one up. So this line here lines up, oh Christ, lines up with that. So if you see, I'll show you, that folds up like that. Can you see? I don't know if you can see. I have no idea. Just fold it like that and do the same to the other side. Or maybe not best to flip it and get confused with this. Oh, you know what? Let's just get confused. Yeah, fold it across. So that line is like that. You know, I once considered a career in teaching. I'm not sure that's a good idea anymore. Although maybe if I knew what I was talking about, that might make things easier. So we now want to line up this. So this can be split into two at the bottom here. If it can't, then you've got something wrong. This line here can now be lined up with this top thing here. So I'll show you, it kind of lines up like that. I'm going to concentrate, well not concentrate a bit, but put it on the table to, oh, careful not to bend the tail. So once you've done that with that side, now do it with the other side. If it confuses you, have a look at that and understand where it goes. If there are creases in here that you can see that you can't see on yours and you've been doing yours correctly, then that's fine, because I haven't been doing mine correctly. The creases are your guide, Douglas. I know the creases are my guide. I haven't made the right creases though. Right, there you go. Flatten out those wings. Here's when it gets complicated and a little bit strange. So now this is going to become the neck and head and maybe a little bit of the body as well. I don't really know how dragons work. But we're going to fold this in a slightly tricky way, which I'm historically bad at, 3 times. So you've got to make sure that you don't, the first time you fold it, you've got to make sure it's quite high up that way, because otherwise you won't be able to make the 2 other folds. So what we're doing here is kind of opening this up. Don't hold it by here, because otherwise it won't allow this to open up, and allowing this to open up is what's going to allow you to make these folds. Best hold it by something like the tail, and then you're going to fold it from here like so. So that's going to fold. This head thing is now going to fold inwards. And this is going to fold upwards like that. So we've made that. Understand how that's worked? I don't. It's magic to me. But if you do, then hopefully that's fine. If you've really wanted to make this dragon, you know, by now you've probably looked up an online guide. I don't know if there is an online guide though. This might be totally unique what I'm showing you now, which is unfortunate because in that case I'm carrying this, you know, I'm giving this knowledge very, very poorly. So then you want to make another fold, but the other way. So similar thing, don't hold it by there because this needs to open up. Fold this backwards and then kind of let it fold across this. There you go. Let it fold across that. There you go, look at that. And then for the final bit of this entire very poor experience, you do exactly the same thing again. Fold it up from that, allow it to open up, allow it to fold back on itself, and then fold it along here. And there you go. And there we go. Your very own origami dragon. That took far too long to make. Yeah, it is. It is actually a little bit bigger. I thought the paper was double the size, but it's. Look, to be honest, this has come out quite well. And I think part of the reason why the heads come out quite well is because the paper's a lot thinner and therefore it's easier to do. And that's why thin origami paper is a little bit better, because by the time you got to the end, you don't have to be folding really, really thick things. But it means that stuff like the tail is more easily messed up. So there you go. Anyway, that's it. Origami dragon made. You can stand next to Blue there. At least it stands up well as well. Not all of them do. Tea has been drunk, although it was quite cold at the end, despite the very hot day. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, this slightly jokey video. Obviously, this wasn't all that I learned at university, but I would say it's like the most important thing I learned at university. I look forward to making many of these for the rest of my life. And what a wonderful life it would be if I actually remember how to make these. Maybe one day I'll make another one of these videos, but less chaotic, and I'll actually be able to show the technique, because like I said, I don't know if this is available online. This particular origami dragon, I'm sure there's other ones. Maybe more complicated, maybe more simple, but definitely with better instructions. I know the channel hasn't really been active much while I was at university. Several reasons for that. Obviously, I was rather busy, but I'm going to try and do a video a week until I go to South Africa with Ben. Next week, I'm going to do a video on a book that I studied at university, which should be entertaining. It'll be the first time I properly, went into literature other than Harry Potter. And then the week after, I am not doing literature or history. I am going to, I think, make a video on Korra from Legend of Korra, because I really, really want to. The week after, I don't really know. I haven't planned that far ahead. But any video suggestions are always welcome. So, leave them in the comments below. But yeah, that's it. I don't know why I made this video, really. I think I just wanted an idea to make a video and also talk about the future of the channel, which I just did. That was about a minute and a half. That's all the video could have been. As usual with these face ones, it could have just been a lot shorter. But hey, hopefully it was somewhat enjoyable. And if not, I'm sure you clicked off, so you're not still watching. But all that remains is for me to say, good luck making your own origami dragons, and stay safe. I'll see you next week.